Hi, my name is Shay and welcome to Shay's Corner. Before we get started, fun fact about the channel name, I went to the Albert Kennedy Trust Youth Conference. Albert Kennedy Trust is a charity focused on helping LGBTQ plus homeless youth. It was a very good conference, and one of the workshops we went to, we had to decide what name we would want if we had a hypothetical podcast or channel or something like that, and I chose Shay's Corner. So then I thought, what could I name the channel? Shay's Corner. So more importantly, I'm starting this channel because I am definitely noticing the lack of trans and non-binary black and people of colour people on YouTube. Sure, there's a lot of activists and models like Kenny Ethan Jones and Monroe Bergdorf. There's even, you know, trans poets like Tanaka, all the way up into trans artists and music people like Nate Ethan West. But I'm talking about specifically YouTube in the UK as well. So we're looking at queer and trans non-binary people on YouTube in the UK. I don't see a lot of people. If I could think of someone on the top of my head, honestly, all I can think of is Melz, who I will put the link in the description to their YouTube channel. They're great, they're awesome, go check them out. And Fox Fisher, who is a filmmaker and artist and also an activist, but I'll put their link down below as well. And that's all I know in the UK. As we're talking about the UK, I should probably introduce myself a bit. I'm Shay. I am a trans non-binary person of colour. I'm queer. I'm not going to disclose my age because I know a lot of people usually think I'm between the ages of like 15 to 18-ish, maybe. I am over 18. I will say that. I'm definitely over 18. And the topics I'm going to be covering on my channel, in no particular order, are going to be identity and expression, LGBTQ plus terms and terminology, community and what is community and how do we find that community, passing, or what I prefer to probably say, how to look more masculine, and maybe also navigating the world as a QTPOC. I will come on to what a QTPOC means. It's basically queer trans person of colour. I'll cover that in my terminology video. But education, specifically LGBTQ plus education, is very important to me. I feel like I learn a lot from like people around me, books and YouTube, and I feel like the way we are learning now is changing. So it's almost like, instead of Google it, YouTube it. Do you know what I mean? So it's very important. I know in the UK, if you're not familiar with it, we had legislation finally pass. I think it's coming to schools in around September, which means LGBTQI plus education will be finally taught in schools. Because when I was growing up, showing my age now, when I was growing up, we did not have anything. I remember explaining to my mate who didn't even know what LGBTQ plus stood for. There was no sort of like acknowledgement that we existed unless, you know, it was on the school playground and it was a bad thing, and that was the only sort of exposure that we got to it. So I feel like the government and the UK and like people's mindsets have been shifting a little bit. I know it's not all positive, but it has shifted a little bit because we're finally getting that education in schools when it's so needed, so we don't feel like, young people especially, don't feel isolated and don't feel like they're the only ones and there's something wrong with them, because there isn't. Just because it's not the majority doesn't mean you're a freak or you're weird or anything like that. It's actually a very beautiful thing. You're part of a beautiful community of people, okay? Trust me, it is going to be fine, it's going to be great. Just hang on and find your people. So yeah, that's me. I'm Shay, I'm over 18, I live in London, and this is the channel. I'll put my links down below. Make sure to comment. I really want to think what people have to say. I definitely want to do more videos that are more collaborative. I'm going to get some people I know from the community maybe on here as well, so that'd be cool. And let's see where this goes. Bye.